All right, y'all, Math 3, this is a video for you. This is actually from our notes in class. I'm feeling kind of lazy and don't really want to make a new one. So, we are going to simplify square roots. So, I want you to pause the video or listen to my explanation and then pause the video, okay? So, we're simplifying square root radicals. So, the steps to simplify, make a split so that there are two square roots. You are going to use a calculator to find the biggest, make sure you yell this at yourself on your paper, the biggest perfect square to divide nicely, okay? You can use the square roots table below, which you should have a list, and if you don't get that list, you are more than welcome to write it out. Next, we're going to write the perfect square in the first square root. We're going to write the perfect square in the first square root. And the number partner, or if we want to get technical, the quotient, into the second square root. All right? You're going to rewrite by simplifying the perfect square, and then you're going to check that the start matches the end with a calculator. Okay? So once again, if you want to pause to write this out, absolutely 100% please do. And then these radicals in red here, sorry, there's something blocking my notebook. But these radicals in red here, these are the ones you'll probably see the most often, okay? But we start with the biggest and we work backwards, and we use these things that I have colored in red here to divide, and we're gonna show examples of that. These other ones in like a bluey purpley color here, I can't tell which one it is. But these, not as often, but they might pop up on our assignments. So I just want to make sure that you still have them readily available just in case. Mostly I want to say I have probably 15, up to 15 memorized-ish. I always get these two mixed up. But I have up to 15 memorized. So I would suggest you kind of have those off the top of your Chrome Dome. For the rest of this, you good. I would be super impressed if you have it. So take a moment to pause the video and copy this down, and then I'm going to go through and do some examples with you. All right, so here we go. I'm going to keep this kind of handy dandy. All right, so first example we have is going to be, I'm going to use smaller numbers mostly for time so you guys aren't, worried about it. We got square root of 48, so this is the original. All right, our next step is to make a split. So I'm going to split this up into two square roots. Then I'm going to use the calculator to find the biggest. So when I do that, right, I have a 48 here. So the first smallest number is going to be 36. Okay, so what I'm going to do is with my handy dandy calculator, I am going to do 48 divided by 36. That does not work. So the next one is 25. So I'm going to do 48 divided by 25. That doesn't work. And do you see how I have a running list here? Just so I make sure I don't miss anything. Then I'm going to do 48 divided by, we got 16 here. Okay, so this one works. So 16 works. So that means that 16 is going to go in the front because that's the one that worked out. Its number partner, or the quotient, if we're going to get nitpicky, is 3. Okay, so we do, what did I say? First number to work, right? That was the first number to work. That's what goes up front. And then in the back is the number partner. I think that's how you spell it. Our next step is to rewrite by simplifying the perfect square. Now what's nice is when we simplify the perfect square, it's already written right here next to us, right? So this 16, when I square root it, becomes a 4. Notice the house or the square root symbol is gone, okay? Big mistake is writing it again, so don't be that person. And then we have square root 3. That does not change. Okay, so once again, this is the one that simplifies. It is so important. It is so important. It is so important that you check your work. Okay, so what do I mean by check my work? Well, I am going to show you how to do that on your calculator. So we have second, and then right here is your square root button. It's in blue, so I have to hit the blue button first, and there it is. I got 48, and I get this crazy decimal. I'm gonna write this exactly how I see it. Same thing. So that means I did great. I am amazing, which means you are too when you check your work. All right, number next. Again, I'm gonna keep with small numbers here. I'm only gonna do 2 examples. That way you can rewatch them over and over. I got the square root of 108. This is the original. So once again, I'm gonna make a split with 2 square roots. Oop, these are terrible. There we go. 2 square roots. Finding the first one that works. So using my perfect square list, I have 108. All right, the first nice number that works. So these are all bigger. All right, we got 100. Oops. Divide, miss R. 100. That does not work. Still a decimal. Try 81. That does not work. It's a decimal. Try 64. That's the next one. Still no go. Nope. Yes. Okay. Wow, a lot of 3s today. So first one to work is 36. So that's up front. So we got 36 up front. The number partner left was 3 from my calculator, right? So this is what worked. This was the partner. We simplify this one. And let's say we don't know this off the top of our head. Square root of 36 is 6. So that means this 36 becomes a normal 6. No house. House is gone. You did the mathematical operation of square rooting. It does disappear. Square root 3 does not. This is your final answer. Best practice, that makes you the super genius that you are, is you check to make sure the original and your final answer match. So, square root 108 gets me this weird decimal. 6 square root 3 has a match. That means we did great. Okay, so rewatch this a couple times as you see fit. Feel free to ask questions. If you want to do the examples on our assignment page, absolutely. If you are not my student, I hope this helped you out. Make sure you have those perfect squares. Remember, we start with the biggest one, work our way down to the smallest, or work our way backwards to see what works first, okay? All right, watch this again if you need it. Have a great day.